Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Talk This Way podcast. I am your host, Matt Bishop. Very excited today. We are live from the road. We got JB Brubaker from August Burns Red. How's it going, man?
It's going great. Just taking a day off
Nice.
here in Colorado.
Days off
Kids
are
are cool.
good.
Yeah, they are. It's nice.
How's the temp out there, though? Is it still pretty cold?
No, it's actually a beautiful day. It's sunny. The high's like 52. You can go out with a light jacket. It's no worries. It's good.
Sweet. Gotta
Yeah,
love that, man.
for sure.
Um, so this is exciting, dude. The 20th anniversary tour. I mean, you're in it
Yeah.
now. You guys are a couple shows in. Has it really has it hit you yet that it's like 20 years?
It hits us when we talk to fans before or after the shows, and we're doing these meet and greet things every day, and it's wild talking to some of the fans who come up and are like, "Yeah, I saw you guys in this hole in the wall spot in 2005, the first time you guys came through on this random tour." Like, there's a lot of folks who have followed us for a really long time, which is really humbling, I guess, that they've cared for so long, and certainly when we started the band, there was no expectation to have a 20-year anniversary. I mean, we didn't expect to do much of anything. We were just kids playing out of our parents' garage. It was a very
Mhm.
stock start, and every year is a gift. Every album is a gift, and we're so thankful for the devotion and just the support we've had from our fans. Like, people really have stuck with us for a long time through so many albums, and we're really lucky to have that support.
Do you guys feel that, kind of the landscape, for, the metalcore bands like you guys, is it different now than it was like maybe, 10, 12 years ago, like the Warped Tour days and all that stuff? And, you guys are playing obviously much bigger rooms now. Does it feel different, or does everything just kind of feel like the same? It's just, like another tour, another album, we just keep moving.
No, it feels different, especially on this tour, because we're playing rooms that we've played many times in the past, but um, we're selling them out for the first time ever, which is cool to say after 20 years that we're starting to fill rooms that, I mean, we've kind of climbed the ladder of clubs and theaters and stuff.
For sure.
But it's been a very slow build for the whole 20 years. And I think that's one of the reasons that we've had longevity. There was never like a moment where August Burns Red blew up. Um, we had little bumps with records coming out and people really liking them and stuff, but never did we have that like big single or something that had this huge influx of new listeners. It's just been a slow kind of grassroots build, which I think is one of the reasons we've had fans stick by us for so long. Like, they feel like a personal connection with the band, and we've had so many interactions with people over the years and meeting the same fans over and over. Fans telling us like this is like their 22nd time seeing us live, and like that's like a really common story now. And I think that that's one of the reasons we've had this just devoted following.
Well, I also feel, and there might be some fans that disagree with me, but from where I'm sitting, like you said, it's been that like slow build. And you guys have always, paid such attention and taken such great care with every album and really crafted like a full body of work every time. And like you said, it may not have translated. There might not have been that that hit single, that radio
Mm,
single, or anything like that. But it wasn't. Nobody burned out. It was always that slow build. And now, like you said, here we are, 20 years later, selling out, rooms that we maybe opened at or didn't
sure.
sell out before. So I think there's something to be said about, having those albums, especially, over the last like 5, 6 years, where it's so easy to just like cut a single. Like nobody has to even be in the same room. But
Right.
you guys always, take the care to put out, a full album that just crushes front to back.
Well, I'm glad you feel that way. And that's always been the goal. And I think one of the things that people have appreciated about us, for better or for worse, it might be also one of people's biggest complaints, is we're pretty consistent in what we deliver. We have we have our sound, we have our core sound, and we dance around it sometimes and try different things. But um, we've kind of carved out our own little corner of the metal world. I think people who know our band can listen to a clip of a song and they wouldn't know if it was a new song and go, oh yeah, that's an August Burns Red song, which I think is cool. And I think that there's a lot of bands who drastically change their sound, and it's funny because some fans will be like, "Oh, they changed too much. I'm so bummed." And then other fans will be like, "Oh, August Burns Red doesn't change enough. Like, they all their albums sound the same now." It's you'll never please everyone, I think, but
No.
the general consensus, I think, for our longtime listeners is that they're thankful that we've stayed true to ourselves and the sound that we've uh, kind of made our own.
Yeah, man. And I was just talking, I've been talking to, a couple people on some recent episodes about this. Like, you know, you're damned if you do, damned if you don't. But
You are.
what I tell fans is that what I say to other people is like these they are human beings and this is their art. Like they have to be allowed to be who they are. And if that means just staying the same, cool. Then they're reliable. Then they're the band
Yeah,
that you can always know, hey, this album's going to be pretty solid. I'm going to go buy it. End of story. But then you have to allow people to grow. You got to give them an inch, man, to
hmm
just try something different. Put a keyboard in there or something. Like throw some
sure.
synth in if you want. Like it doesn't mean no, they're not metal anymore. No, they're just experimenting. They're trying something new
Right.
because they're bored. And if they don't, they're not gonna be August Burns Red, who makes it 20 years. They're gonna make it 7 and they're gonna burn out, and that's gonna be the last we ever hear of them.
Yeah, you gotta let people do them in this. This is no artist owes anyone anything. I mean, this is at
Mm-hmm.
the end of the day, it is art that you're creating for yourselves, and certainly we're all grateful if people latch onto it and support it. But if we as artists aren't satisfied or are trying to do something that's not genuine, you can tell in the writing. I
Mm-hmm.
think it's quite obvious.
So a lot of bands would kind of be like taking a breather at this point to, soak it all in, maybe enjoy a little bit. But you guys are just right in it. It's your 20th anniversary and you have a new record coming out.
Yes, which is cool. Yeah, we like to write music, and it's kind of been part of the whole process. Write music, hit the road, support it, do it again. We've been doing that for since 2004 now.
Mm-hmm.
And we took 3 years between records this time, which is a little longer than we've typically done. Usually, we're kind of on these 2-year album cycles, but at this point in our career, there is more going on at home. We have families and stuff now. There's just more things that require our attention than just being guys in our 20s writing metal and touring it as much as we possibly can. So, and things have changed in some ways, but this is a big milestone in our career, and we wanted to celebrate it with a big tour that hits as many places as possible. I mean, we're doing, this is a North American leg of the tour we're doing right now, and we broke it into 2 different month-long stints. I think we're playing 46 shows over 2 months on the road, which is manageable. And it's nice to have that break in between the tours to kind of let everyone catch their breath and give us some time at home with our loved ones before heading back out, which I think might be a little bit of a new model for us uh, now that we're just getting a little bit older. But back in the day, it was always, oh, we're going on this 44-day tour and we're going to do it over 7 weeks and we're not going to go home at all and just like
Yeah.
bang it out. And we were all just, as we get older, that just gets more and more daunting and exhausting. So we're trying to, we still want to play a lot and hit all the places, but we want to do it in a more sustainable way.
That's awesome, man. And I think it's really important because that also helps with longevity. You guys have made it to 20 by, like you said, by we're making those adjustments. We're taking some breathers, we're making the time for family. And I think it's very important to, to kind of have that, the work-life balance, as
Sure.
the non-musician folks say. And that'll help you get to 40. Oh, hey, is somebody having a baby? Cool. All right. What so we're off for a little bit. Somebody having maybe some mental health stuff. All right, cool. Let's take a breather and we'll circle back and get back to it, when we're all feeling good. And I think that's another really important thing, for, to help not to crash and burn, you got it.
Sure. And we also have we've had the same five guys since 2006, since our first record. I'm sorry, since our second full length album, it's been the same five of us. And I think that one of the reasons we've been able to keep the same lineup is because, like you said, we have listened to each other and taken the breaks when we need to, and we've gone through a lot together, and we're really bonded, and that just keeps everything connected and moving forward as a unit and as a team, which we're really proud of.
Yeah, man, definitely. So, looking ahead to this new record, there's a couple of songs out right now.
Mhm.
Um, man, it just I'm listening and everything is just clicking for me. I mean, the riffs are there, the production's there, everything is. You guys are just seem to be firing on all cylinders right now. Is there like a feeling 20 years in where you guys are just like not on autopilot in the sense that you don't care, but that it's just a well-oiled machine at this point?
I mean, I think it is. We know what we want to do. We know how we work and operate together, and we have a really good system for writing. We're still very critical and meticulous with crafting our songs, and we spent a lot of time on this upcoming album, Death Below. I think we spent more time in the studio and more different, little chunks of time over the last couple of years making this record. But it is something I don't want to say it's. I mean, every artist loves their latest album. We're always very high on the new
Mhm.
and exciting new record, and I am really high on Death Below. I love it. I can't wait for it to come out. I feel like we've been waiting forever for everyone to get to hear it. The album actually was finished in May of 2022, and it's been pushed because vinyl production is just so slow.
Oh, I know.
So we wanted the vinyl to be ready with the release date of the album, so we picked a conservative release date, and indeed the album or the vinyl is going to be ready, on street date on March 24th. But it's been like a lesson in patience, waiting to finally unveil this record to our fans who've been waiting patiently for a really long time now.
Yeah, man. And I think it's cool, like, good things come to those who wait. I think it's cool that you guys did that, especially because people are there's this like vinyl renaissance and there's this like collecting renaissance,
Yeah,
man. People are just all about the merch. They're all about, oh, is it going to be on vinyl? People are putting out cassettes again. I just read today, actually, the RIAA said that vinyl outsold CDs this year for the first time in like
wow.
35 years. Yeah,
That-
so
that's
definitely
cool.
good that you guys waited. But yeah, it sucks. There's such a problem. I think I was reading Jack White said recently, he's like, record labels should start having like their own vinyl production plants. And I know that's like, way
That'd be
easier
smart.
said than done, but I like where his head's at, like if this is what, the fans want and also the bands are into, making vinyl, like, yeah, we got to figure something out. But for now,
Yeah.
I'm glad that you guys, were able to get it done at all, and that's gonna be pretty sweet.
Yeah, it's cool, and it's also frustrating for the fans. I feel because you're right. People want to collect, and there's people who are like, okay, I need to have every variant, And now bands are like, well, here's 10 variants of our 10 different colors of vinyl for the new record, and it's got to be super overwhelming for the people who are like pot committed on having everything of a discography, and they're like, oh my god, I gotta get like 10 colors of this. So apologies if you're listening to this and you're one of those fans who like wants to have everything. That is expensive and agonizing, but I also appreciate the chase of trying to find every color, because that's kind of fun in itself to track everything down.
Yeah. Oh man, it gets wild. You should there's Facebook groups and
Mhm.
oh, there's some people are trading stuff. It's wild.
Yeah, it's a whole subculture, isn't it?
Yeah, for sure. Definitely. And it's really cool how it's coming back. Like gig posters are so, coveted and sought after. It's really
Yeah.
cool. Sadly, you got some people that, try and flip stuff, but, it's a minority. And, most people are really into it and they love to trade and, they let people know if, like the illustrator, the artist of the poster is going to like sell some in their shop and stuff like that. It's neat. So
Yeah, it is.
yeah,
I like
I'm
that.
glad you guys are in there, you know, with the thinking of the fans and, you know, keeping the merch cool.
No, we're trying. We're trying.
Well, dude, thanks so much. I'm gonna let you go enjoy, you know, the rest of your lovely spring day off in Colorado. August
Thank
Burns
you.
Red, ladies and gentlemen, the 20th anniversary tour is happening now. We got a ticket link right down below there for you for the rest of the shows. And the new album, Death Below, is coming out very soon. I can almost taste it. I can feel the vinyl pressed in my hand. I got one, I got a player right back here. I'm gonna throw it on
Nice.
there.
Heck
So
yeah.
yeah, August Burns Red,
Great.
people, keep a lookout. Thanks so
Thank you,
much,
man.
brother. I
Thanks for
appreciate
having
it.
me on.
Yeah.
All right, man.